Is 2020 the best time to buy the Galaxy S10 or S10 Plus? I mean, obviously, it might just be because I'm making this video. Like, why would I make this video if that's not the case? I mean, I could make a video where I'm like, nope, not the case, video's over. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you clicking the subscribe button and the like button because I just told you to come in, and no, the answer is no. Well, that's dumb. Of course it's the best time right now to buy the Samsung Galaxy S10 or S10 Plus, and I'll tell you why right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back, and for all you new people, welcome. My name is Travis, and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below, but for now, let's just get into the video. One real quick note. Not only am I going to tell you why you probably should buy the Galaxy S10 if you want a great phone for a great price in 2020, I'm actually going to tell you why you should absolutely buy the Galaxy S10 even if you want to buy the Galaxy S20 right now. Like, you can't miss this, so hang on. So the Samsung Galaxy S20 and S20 Ultra and the S20 Plus and all the things have come out, and they're way expensive, and you're seeing some videos and feedback from people that say they either love it or they don't like it. I don't know. We're not talking about the S20, we're talking about the S10, because here's the thing. While the S20 came out, the S10 suddenly became budget friendly. Now, of course, you can go to Samsung's site and take advantage of some of the trade-in deals they have on the S10, S10 Plus, and even the S10e. You can trade in some older phones and get a pretty decent discount on buying one of these directly from there, and at a pretty decent price. I mean, I'm not going to deny that, for a brand new phone directly from Samsung. That may be your best bet. However, if you're willing to take a little bit of a leap of faith, and only a small one, as I will explain, you could save a lot more money. I did a video recently about the iPhone 7 from Amazon Renewed, where I bought it from Amazon, and it's from their Renewed program. I'll tell you a little bit about the Renewed program here in a second. And I actually have done that again with another phone, which I'll have a video on really soon. And if this video gets a whole bunch of likes, maybe I'll do it with the S10, because there's a pretty darn good deal on Amazon for the S10 and S10 Plus. From Amazon Renewed. Now you might be wondering, what is Amazon Renewed and why would I buy from it? Well, Amazon looked at the market and realized that secondhand devices, there's a pretty good demand for that. And more importantly, if you get a well taken care of device and then sell it at a much discounted price, people will buy it. And they started Amazon Renewed. Now, to be clear, Amazon themselves are not selling this. It's a program by which third-party sellers can apply and sometimes get rejected to resell products that have been renewed or refurbished. Although refurbished from manufacturers generally means they take the device, make sure it's all clean and good to go, and sometimes replace batteries and such. And that's not actually what this is. Now, while you do get some guarantees, especially on the iPhone side, where they're guaranteeing at least an 80% battery life, on, the Android side, they don't have that same guarantee. They just say that it should look like new and you get accessories that you need. Sometimes you get lucky like I did with my iPhone 8 purchase and get it directly from an actual carrier. Like mine came from Verizon, which was a nice surprise, and it was beautiful. So yeah, you might get lucky and get it from an actual provider like a Verizon or something, where you know the quality of the phone is going to be excellent. Regardless, it has a 90-day warranty. And because of this, you actually can buy without worry. Amazon's really good about returns anyway, and they usually give you 30 days, but this has 90 days. And since the S10 is not an old phone, it's 1 year old, the battery issue, where you might get a trashed battery after a phone has been out for like 8 or 9 years and someone's charging it every single freaking day, you don't really have to worry about that here. It's 1 year old, you have the guarantee. I think it's pretty good. And based on my 2 purchases so far, the quality of the phone looks brand spanking new. And it has to, because unless you deliver exactly what Amazon has promised, you will get kicked out of the whole program. If you're a seller and you're trying to sell some garbage, you will get kicked out. No more of that eBay kind of sketchy, I'm gonna buy this thing, they say it's new, but maybe not. Amazon will kick you to the curb if you're a seller and you're up to shenanigans. So for me, this makes a great alternative, a great option for people who are looking to save some money and get a, well, let's call it a real flagship phone. It's 1 year old. The Samsung Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus came out last year, just literally 1 year ago, and blew the world away with all the types of cool features that it has, including the in-display fingerprint sensor and reverse wireless charging. Now, while we had seen that in other phones before from companies like Huawei, the S10 did it really well, especially because they had really cool Samsung earbuds that you can put directly on the back and charge them up. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty great feature. Also, it's the last major flagship from Samsung with the headphone jack. So for those of you that are super amped up about having a headphone jack, this makes even more sense. If a headphone jack is on your top needs of phones, this is it. That's your purchase right there. I just helped you. You're welcome. And of course, that's a Snapdragon 855 processor, which is amazeballs. It's already got Android 10. So literally you can buy the phone. You're on the latest version of Android as of the shooting of this video. It's got the incredible camera array, including night vision. So yeah, you get some really cool night shots with the S10 as well. Now, in order to get the latest pricing, you'll need to go to the link in the description below to find the actual pricing. But as of the shooting of this video, you can get an S10 Plus for right around 500 bucks. Actually, a little bit under, depending on which listing you find, for the S10 Plus. Like that was a $1,000 plus phone a year ago, and it's $500 right now. If you want just the regular S10, it's like just over 400 bucks, which is nuts if you think about it. That is a beast of a phone. And if you want to go to the S10e, it's just a little bit under 400. Quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned, you might as well just go at least with the S10, just based on the price differences. Now, here's the thing to remember. You are covered for 90 days. So if you're worried, like, I don't know, listen, I bought 2 phones under the Amazon Renewed, and I've been pretty happy. Well, one had the battery issue, but it's getting returned, so it's not a big deal. Plus, that phone, the iPhone 7, is like 4 years old, so all things being equal, the battery life actually was pretty good. But for a phone that's less than 1 year old, this is a ridiculous deal. And if you look around you at the other phones at that price, they're all mid-range phones. This is a flagship phone from just a year ago. Many people are still rocking the S10 and S10 Plus and have no intention of upgrading anytime soon. And they paid a lot more than 500 bucks. If it's me, this is probably the perfect phone for this entire first half of the year. At this price point, the fact that it's a flagship with a great camera, in-display fingerprint sensor, and all the other features that it has, this is a no-brainer. $500 budget, boom. Like, I look at all the other budget phones around this price, and they just don't come close to an S10 Plus. Now, if you want to save about another 100 bucks or so, you could go with something like an S9 or a Note 9. Quite frankly, I just wouldn't do that. The S10, when you compare it, especially processor-wise and the support that they're going to get for another couple years, I don't see why you wouldn't buy this. I want to mention one more thing that makes this an incredible deal. Samsung DeX, one of the most underrated features about all Samsung phones. This basically makes your phone into a desktop. If you've never seen this before, you are really missing out. And you don't even need that much. The S10 actually made it much easier to invoke DeX. You just need a USB-C connection to your computer, or you can get an HDMI out, depending on how you want to do it. Quite frankly, if you didn't have a desktop, you literally could go USB-C to HDMI to a television or to a monitor, and then get like a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, and you now have a desktop. So let's recap this for a minute. You have an amazing phone with an incredible camera and basically a desktop built into it for $500. With the power of the Snapdragon 855, you're actually talking about a mid-range desktop that can do some of the things that this phone can do as a desktop. If we look on Amazon, you may pay $200 to $300 for maybe a used desktop. That's more than half the price of this phone. So you get a phone and a desktop built into one for $500, or if you want the S10, $400. This is literally a no-brainer. But let me tell you something, the biggest super hack of this video is what I'm about to tell you. You're gonna wanna write this down because this is pretty amazing. If you buy a Samsung Galaxy S10, you don't even have to get the S10 Plus, for $400, and you want a S20, maybe you want the S20, maybe you want the newest and greatest, you buy the S10 for $400, there is a trade-in value of $600 on Samsung.com. So your $400 investment just became $600 if you want to trade it in towards an S20. You basically have just saved $200 on today's flagship. You're welcome. Can I get a like for that? So now you're taking this to the next level. Even if you don't want an S10, if you are considering buying an S20 this year, you should buy a used S10 and then trade it in and get free money. What? Super hack. So let's be clear. This is a budget phone that is a flagship phone. It's a budget price, with a flagship phone. I know, are you with me on this? Does this make sense? So click the link in the description below and grab yourself an S10. If I get enough likes on this video and enough comments and enough views, I'll actually buy one and review it on the channel, one of the Amazon renewed ones. What do you think? In 2020, could this be the phone to get? I mean, yes. If you're planning to buy one, leave me a comment below. Let me know what color you're planning to get. If I get one, I'm probably getting the blue one. I have some other links here about Amazon renewed, so you might want to watch these videos around here where I buy Amazon renewed phones and review them eventually. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love.